Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Scorpion King Sword of Osiris. Last time we left off, we just got the Hero's Gauntlet. And Cassandra was kidnapped. So, let's go save her. And now the real game begins. As you probably could tell, the last level was mostly just a tutorial. Alright, so I actually passed up on a secret last part. So you never really got to see these. The collectibles in this game are these golden scarabs, or scorpions. I think they're scorpions. They basically work exactly the same way as coins do in the Mario games. You get 100 of them, you get an extra life. Oh, come on. So I'm not really saying much. At this point, it's just doing the same thing I've been doing all game. Okay, these enemies, this is one of the points I told you about. Where, if you spin your sword, you basically create for yourself a shield. Those little, scarab dune beetle things, whatever they are. They're certainly easy to take out with that, method. And, in fact, as you'll see in the next level, which will be the next video, I'm going to be recording one level per part. Gotta jump up from here. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see this very well, YouTube, but there's little bugs that follow me every now and then. Those are locusts. Those mummy enemies, if you leave them alive too long and don't kill them, they will start spitting locusts at you. They can get really annoying, so you do want to kind of kill the mummies as soon as possible. I just kind of forgot about it and didn't bother going back. Which is why, of course, I'm running right past all these guys. I'm trying to remember when I first got this game. It was a long, long time ago. I think like several years at least. I think it was like 11 or something. All I know is I got it for a Christmas present. My mom got me a Game Boy Advance for Christmas, and bought me a few games for it as well. And this was one of them. So, honestly, I'm glad she did, because this game is not very well known, but it's a pretty good game. I mean, the movie, from what I've heard, isn't that good, but the game is, which is sort of like the exact opposite of how it usually is. A good movie tends to make a terrible game, so. I really hate these enemies. For some reason, I can never kill them without getting hit, so for the most part I usually tend to ignore them. Oh, I almost completely forgot. Okay, so first bonus area of the game. These collectibles make you think you want to go down that pit. Yeah, you can make it over this pit, and here's our first bonus level. Every level has a statue like this, and if you jump into the center, you will head off to a bonus. In order to get the good ending of the game, you need to find every single one of these. From here on out, there's going to be one in every level, so. This of course, being the first bonus level, is the easiest. There's really no chance of getting hurt here. But at the bonus levels later on will start getting more and more dangerous. They'll begin to get traps, enemies. The second bonus level in particular in the game is actually the best bonus level, I think. If it's the one I think it is, which I'm pretty sure it is. The second bonus level in particular is the best place in the game to grind lives if you feel like you need to do that, which I might. Because this game is not, while this game is short, it's not easy, so. I really hate this part. You have to wait for the stupid platform over on the other side to come get around. Ah, come on. And of course now, because I did that, I probably missed my chance. Oh, made it. Okay. Okay, so you can't look down by crouching. Okay. Well, I'm saying okay a lot, apparently. By the way, spikes in this game, I don't know if you've ever seen me touch this yet. Spikes in this game are not one-hit kill with one exception later on in the game. Otherwise, other than one exception, spikes in this game only hurt you by the same amount of damage as an enemy would, just by one little unit, one unit of life. You just have to gotta get out of them quickly, otherwise you can get hurt over and over. So. Okay, so this jump right here, yeah, I was lucky to get that on my first try. That's one of the hardest jumps in this bonus to make. Maybe one of the hardest jumps in all the bonuses. So here we gotta let the quicksand bring us down and stay into there. Close enough. I'm not quite sure why I like this game so much. I'm not going to say it's a good game. It's mediocre at best, I think. But it's a game out that I like playing, and literally pretty much nobody knows about it. At least I've never heard anybody talk about it. So I figured to get this out there. Alright, so here we get our first rune. I forgot to show this actually. If you pause, you get an inventory. All the inventory shows is the runes. So I don't know why they give you an inventory. You don't actually get any items. As you can see, it's the first of 6 runes. And once you go through a bonus level, you cannot go through it again. So that means that if you want to grind lives in the second level of the game, you gotta die a couple times. Because right at the beginning of the level, the number of lives you'll make easily makes up for 1 death to get back outside. The thing is, even if you actually, I'll get to it when I get to it. Never mind. But yeah, this part of the level is just kind of mindless. Anytime a mummy pops up, just kill it. Honestly, the first level of the game, this over here, the first level of the game is my second least favorite level in the game. The second level being my least favorite, and then after that they get really cool. There's a total of 7 levels in this game. There's the opening tutorial level that I've already done. And then after that, there's 6 levels. So actually, no, let me think about that. No, yeah, there's only 7. So okay, so here we got a new little gimmick in place. As you're running to the right, you'll notice the wind will pick up, and then you'll suddenly start getting pushed back to the left again, like this. Try as you might, you can't fight the wind. So that's this whole area's gimmick. It's going to be constantly being pushed back. However, if you hide behind objects, like for example these pillars here, or right here, and when the wind picks up, you'll see that it does not affect me while I'm up against the wall. So use that to your advantage to not lose ground. I really hate these mummies, because you pretty much have to kill them. If you don't, then you get chased by locusts, like I mentioned before. And while that's not necessarily a horrible thing, I've had really bad experiences with locusts before in this game, where I just could not hit them. And so I like lose like 3 or 4 points of life just to a single swarm of locusts because, like I mentioned, I could not hit them. So we're almost at the end of the level, and you'll get to see why you want to use the spinning attack, this, to fight bosses. Because that's one thing that's kind of funny here. If you actually attack upwards, you get blown back by the wind, which is kind of funny. I'm stuck! Ah! There you go. These enemies. Oh. Alright, so I gotta wait from that one. Oh! Come on. One thing about quicksand in this game. There are certain enemies later on in the game that the enemies get sucked down into quicksand just like you do. There's some, but they don't die for some reason. So when an enemy that's big enough gets sucked down in the quicksand, then just by standing in the quicksand, you'll sometimes take damage. So You can actually unintentionally turn the quicksand into more of a hazard than it needs to be, so be careful about that. Especially later in the game, in the final level specifically, because there's more quicksand there and there are a bunch of enemies that are incredibly annoying, so... We'll get to that when we get to it. I tend not to bother with the little, I don't know, burrows the beetles come out of. I tend to just kind of run past them because honestly, I usually end up getting hurt if I try to fight it. So, all right, so here we get our first boss of the game. The bosses of this game are mostly nonsensical, with the exception of the final boss. The rest of them are just random monsters. So, and this is why this is the ultimate boss killer. Just watch this. By the way, this boss is pathetic in case you didn't notice. Yeah, if this boss gives you any trouble at all, then it's pretty sad. Of course I say that and immediately get hurt. That's the only way these things are gonna hurt you though, is that they fall off on those pillars. Later every other boss in the game is quite a bit more difficult than that, but this one boss is ridiculously easy. Receive the first knuckle slot. Now this is getting into what I was mentioning in the last video. From now on, if I kill enemies, they will have a very small chance of dropping a small red orb. If I pick up that orb, it will fill that knuckle slot and light my sword on fire, causing me to do twice as much damage. The problem is that if you take any hits with this power, you will lose it. So once you get that power, you gotta be really careful with it. That's it for this episode. Like I said, I'm gonna do one level per episode. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, and see you next time on part 3 of Let's Play Scorpion King Sword of Osiris.